How do I tell this son of a... What? Okay. Hi guys, hello, Mary Meet to everybody, and this time I did not forget the article AND, as one of my audience members said to me. He said, Michelle, why do you keep saying Hail Mary Meet? Isn't it supposed to be Hail and Mary Meet? And the answer is yes, it's supposed to be. As far as why, good question, I don't know. Yeah, I did forget to use the article and I'm sorry. I'm going to just respond to these people here. Stop calling me, please. Tell all of you. Partially deaf. Okay. So basically, I wanted to explain something, first of all, to those on Facebook Messenger, the ones that keep calling me up repeatedly, despite the fact that I tell you, do not call me. I cannot hear you. I do not want to deal with phone calls, because, first of all, there's two reasons. One, I really can't hear you, okay, because my hearing lost. And number two is, when you call me on Facebook Messenger, the other problem that we're running into is, well, unfortunately, I'm not always able to take calls. And when I get phone calls, in some cases, it really puts me in a bad spot. So I just wanted to make sure that we understand that I have nothing against you as a person or people, but I do request that you respect from me, understand that, share to a page. Yeah, I forgot to announce the stream. So let me go ahead and announce the stream to the main local group. I'm going to be going to. It's just the one I usually do. And this is a local channel so that local people can see me. It's really, really disingenuous when you start calling people on the show, and I don't know who these people even are. I know that they kind of joined up. So I contacted Facebook and I asked them if they can tell me how to permanently disable incoming phone calls, because I don't want to deal with phone calls. If you really want to talk to me, because I'm hearing loss, it's far easier to talk to me through the non-phone call option. If you really insist on it, I honestly must tell you, that I'm a very quiet person. I don't really get a lot of people that I talk to. Let me turn on the chat screen so I can see everybody's messages. I see one. Hey, it's me, says Martin. How you doing? How's it going, Martin? Martin on Facebook is here. Do you know me? Yeah, I know you. I know you very well, Pop. Of course I know it's you. What do I do? I talk to you almost every friggin' week. Almost every friggin' day. Almost every friggin' day. Yes, I do know people of peace. Yes, I know. And I am well aware it's you. So, alright, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to adjust the sound so people can hear me. Yeah. Alright, let me get your name. Let me see if I can try to get this thing. Good luck. I got it. Command. Copy. I'm going to type it right into the name, into Facebook here. Let's see. Facebook. Search. Paste. Hit enter. Your name is unique enough that it should be easy to find out. But which one is it? There's two of them. There's one of them. Alright, and so I'm gonna add send him a message. Friends support reprofile. No, that's not. How do I send you a friend request on this thing? According to this, we are already friends. But I don't... Okay. Alright, hello, send me a friend request. Okay, I think we already are friends. Message sent. So, just the same, how do I send him a friend request? I can find out about his friends. Find support for profile. No, that's not it. What the heck am I doing? Let's see. Friends? Maybe this is where I add it. Okay, friend requests. No new requests. Oh my god. All these people are sending friend requests. Alright, Martin, as far as I know, I already are added as a friend. I just don't see... Okay, check-ins, music, TV programs, events, questions, reviews. Okay, there's your priestess. I'm trying to find out how you do friend requests. I think you already are added them. Do I? I send them a message. So I sent you a message. But I don't know how to add you as a friend. Alright, Facebook, what did you change? Oh, for God's sakes. Yeah, I know. It's like... what's the Facebook change in this thing? Okay, I sent him a message. I added his name. Find support or report for... No, I don't want to do that. No. Alright, I did add you. Well, as far as I know. I guess now you're going to approve it. Martin, I sent you a message. I can't even find the option to request friendship status. I just looked on the profile. Unless there's a place I'm not looking. Because I see timeline about friends. I don't see options to add a person as a friend. Okay, let me show you the page. Let's double check that. That's a good question because I'm not sure. So... let's go to the page. Let me edit this. Edit. Let me go to the page. You'll see what I got here. Chrome. Terminal. Okay. This is the page I have for you. Now, I don't know. This is the name I looked up. This is the name that I came up with. And it's the only Martin that I see. There's no other Martin that matches that name at all. I typed it in exactly as it's typed. And I can see there is no other Martin. Could you add him to the kids using chat now? Could you add him this way? I don't know. Does anybody understand how to use this software? Okay, let's see. Yes. Oh, okay. I can message you on this screen. But how do I add you as a friend request? Friends. Friends, photos, about, more. But that's the page. But I can't figure out how I add you as a friend request. Okay. Photo, friends. Alright. no friends to show. Message. Alright. Hello, add me as a friend. Okay, I'll try this way. Hello, add me as a friend. This is Michelle Marie Delaney. Okay, that should do it. Now let me go back to this thing and see how many other messages I got waiting for me. Okay. I see. This is the kind of people I have questions about. Does anybody know, like, why I cannot tell the system to tell the people do not call me on the phone or on Messenger, but if you're going to call me, that you should please call me or text me. Do not call me. I cannot hear you. It's very obnoxious. The system does not allow me to make it clear to people. Alright, well, I sent you a message, and so that I have added you as a message. Okay? So it should be in your ballpark. When you look in your messenger, you should see me. Okay. So, the long story short today is I was pretty bored. I slept most of the day. I came home from the soup kitchen. It was meatloaf again. Yuck. I hate meatloaf. I wish they wouldn't serve it, but they do. And it was such a small lunch. It was actually kind of annoyingly small. I actually was like very unimpressed with today's soup kitchen lunch. I was like, why? This thing is so small. It's embarrassing. Yeah. I hate this microphone thing. Oh, it's... Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, Oh? What kind of dream? What was the dream about? What were you talking about in your dream? What were you, thinking about? Sometimes I have interesting dreams too, but I don't always remember them. You're gonna share the stream out on the YouTube side of things for the audience? Yeah, I'm gonna try. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is it right here. So I'm gonna share this stream. And share to where? Skype. Tweet it first. Okay. I had a dream where I met the future me, basically. Okay. And what did the future me have to say to you? Anything? Did he point out anything that you need to know or keep in mind in your sojourns, your travels? Good question, right? Yeah. Right now I'm just sending out this link. See, this is where it gets awkward because the fact is that we're living... He was not happy, let's put it that way. He just had a look on his face like, I need to get some serious and stop goofing around. Well, yeah, that would be a good idea. Usually you get a dream like that, it's a pretty loud message that you need to change things for the better. The reason we have dreams like that is basically just like it sounds like, to get us off of our backsides and do something with our lives instead of doing nothing. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. He's there to... They do, when you have dreams like that, it's It's actually one of your angels telling you to basically shape up, basically, to get yourself together and to focus on your career. And I know for some people that may sound kind of hard to swallow, but the truth is, it's important. I know you were the guy. Because he probably saw you, that's why he came to you as you. I have seen that happen a few times in dreams. Whether you actually meet up with the future you. And I've had dreams where I went back and I talked to the past me. A little smart aleck of a kid that basically thought that she had all the answers to all the world's problems. When the sad truth was is that little Michelle had no clue what the hell she was doing half the time. So I'm gonna send this out to a couple people, Skynet and things like that. Because this is awkward. Yeah, this takes a while. Because the right now it's it's still interesting. We have 2 people watching. Let's see if we can get more than just 2 watching this. North American Snow Queen server. Post that there. Okay, that should do it. Can you read my comments? They said now. Okay, they're gonna go back a little bit. Let's see. He said here. He was not happy. Let's just put it this way. LOL. He had a look on his face like I need to get serious and stop goofing around. LOL. He did not look pleased. He wanted me to become much more educated and get more serious. They said, now you have a meeting with a world-famous CEO and spiritual leader. And when I walked into the room, it was me. I was the guy. Okay. So, in short, the leader you're talking about, which was you, saw the path that you were taking and was very unimpressed. And realized that because of the choices that you were making, you were not going to achieve being a spiritual leader or a CEO. You're going to end up basically being very unsuccessful. And so like I said, dreams like that are very important because they mean just like they sound like. It's a warning from the spiritual realm to you. Shape up or ship out because it's going to affect your future. And I've had dreams like that. Like I mentioned, a woman I met in Mass who was in Mass, and she looks just like me, except she had brown hair, and she looked so unhappy. And of course, during the sight of peace, I shook her hand and everything, and it was a warm hand, but she looked so unhappy. And then, as the Mass was ended, I happened to look back, and she was not there anymore. And I said to myself, this is very interesting, that this woman came into church, like, halfway through the service, stayed to shake my hand, and then just disappeared. Or she spoke without speaking. I didn't realize it was me during the dream. I actually wondered who it was about for 15 minutes when I woke up, and then it came to me. Boom, it was me. Yeah, kind of like one of those Back to the Future feelings. Exactly. I've had that situation. Well, I haven't heard anything from Brightside yet. I did talk to the Bright Side Facebook person, and he said, well, I don't know when they're going to get back to you. So maybe they're trying. Maybe his attorneys are trying to figure out what in the heaven's name are they supposed to do, since they're not the one who did this, but rather someone named Federation Allied Media did, so that they, like I said earlier, got to find out if they're not member of Federation Allied Media, who gave them the authority to do that. Well, guess what? If they are a member of Brightside, is a member of Federation Allied Media, then they ought to be aware that basically at this point, and I pointed out in my video this morning, is that they probably have lost the copyright control to the licensing, because just like United Feature Syndicate in the newspapers means now the Federation Allied Media now has control. People will probably think I'm a nut, LOL. And he says, I've also experienced going into a UFO type thing and traveling into the galactic cities. Yeah, when you're sleeping, you do travel to the other side. You actually do experience that. And let's put it this way. It's actually a fun ride. It's fun because you see and experience new things that you would never have experienced otherwise. And that's something to think about. I don't know about that. By the way, we will be live on Saturday on this channel. Well, because on the YouTube side of it, it's Lummy's channel, and Lummy isn't very well known. It's going to take a lot more work to get people to recognize Lummy's channel. And, well, I don't really think that's surprising. But you want to do better than this. Oh yeah, definitely. If I only knew how to do better than this. Oh, I'm sure we'll figure it out. But because of the fact is that Lummy's channel is probably is a better choice than the Man Welcome to My World channel, which has even less subs on it. Is there anybody else out there? Or is it just people of peace? Just give me a few minutes. Okay. There's an error in my account. I want to make a new one. Okay. So, yeah, the thing of the social media stuff is that but as far as Facebook Messenger, I wanted to just explain one thing to all those men, and it's men, it's not women. They're contacting me on Facebook Messenger by phone, trying to call me. I don't like dealing with phone calls. Okay? I do not like getting phone calls I do not know. I do not like the way Facebook Messenger, number one, when you tell it you don't want to take phone calls, insists of having your phone go jingle jangle when you don't want to take phone calls. There's no options to say in Messenger, I don't want to take phone calls. There's no option to disable that. Which kind of sucks because then it becomes an all or nothing, where I end up having to block people, block Messenger, delete it off my phone, and then at the same time I delete it off my phone, I have no idea if anybody can even hear me. Oh, or if they feel like that I'm ignoring them. When the sad truth is that I'm ignoring is the phone calls. Because I don't want to take phone calls. Okay? I find it extremely frustrating when you go into Messenger and you say to them very firmly, do not take phone calls. Oh, or if they feel like... And you go on and you say, do not take phone calls, and you repeatedly try to find options where you can disable phone calls, and there's no option to disable phone calls. It's just so aggravating. And I cannot understand why that is. Why I cannot take, whether the option to tell it to shut the fuck up doesn't exist. Doesn't that kind of irritate you? The option to tell it to shut the fuck up doesn't exist. Or to say them nicely is, look, I don't want phone calls. I don't want to talk on the phone. I have a life outside of YouTube, Facebook. I have a life. I have family. Well, I don't really have family really that much. I hardly talk to them, but I do have family. Or in this case, I happen to have been going to do some work for my landlord trying to light a water heater. Which turns out the reason why it wasn't lit was because the gas company hadn't turned on the gas service to that apartment. So I told him, I said, now, doesn't sound like there may be anything wrong with your furnace at all. I mean, but your water heater is not heating because there's no gas. So it means that it's probably the same problem, that there's no gas going to the apartment. So call the gas company and ask them where, how they turn the service on, the way that they can check the pipeline and pressure test the system, make sure everything's good, make sure the appliance is working correctly. That's the one thing. Direct weather discount. Let's see, what's this? Let's see. Let me finish Discord weather. Okay, Martin, missed call. Missed call. Wendy's. You now. YouTube, you live on your channel. Why don't you go ahead to put the You Now chat on here too? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's go to You Now. Right now, right? So... let's see. Dashboard, You Now, settings. Let's go live on You Now too. Unbar, claim the bar. Alright, go live. Alright. So, camera. Let's just chat. Oh, boarded plays, I guess. Yeah. Just a late night chat. Next screen. Perfect. Alright, so let's go live on this. Let friends know that I'm live. Only you're going to send a link to this one too? Sure, why not? Okay, this is like the Facebook. Are you fucking kidding me? You're really seriously going to stream this on this site, that site, and everybody else's site. Week 1 of Halloween, that bit. So, okay, so now we're on YouNow, YouTube, and on Facebook. Right. But the only thing is that YouNow chat and YouTube chat do not necessarily interconnect with each other. Oh, okay. So, bitrate looks like it's okay. Great. Send me a request. Alright, I gotta go back onto the Facebook option. Is it the same page? Did you send me... yeah, I think it's the same guy. Okay. What's the point of being on if it keeps getting off topic? Well, I don't know. It's just, it's just something we do. Command, copy. I gotta go back to Facebook. Don't forget, Pop, when you actually think about this, when we do these shows, sometimes they never stay on topic. Oh, okay. Let me go. What? I don't want to do this. Wait a minute. So, let me go back to my show here. And scroll down to you. Alright. Okay. Send a friend request. Okay, I added you. Friend request is sent. And, I gotta go back to you now. Yeah, because you just hung up on you now. I just hung up on you now. Oh. So, okay, broadcast from here. Okay, so, sorry about that, guys. How you doing? Let's do Dragon Reel. Thank you. Well, today we are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. YouNow. Well, YouNow we can put you on later, but that's okay because the beginning was more specifically for Facebook. Sadly enough, the YouNow people don't want to work with Restream.io, so I couldn't add you into the Restream.io chat, which makes it a little bit annoying for YouNow people because now I have to look at 2 different chat screens. So, does anybody on one of the many platforms get questions that they would like to ask? Because we are on all these streaming media sites at the same time. How about messages from all those guys that keep trying to contact you on Facebook Messenger? How come they're not talking? Good question. This is your time, guys, to actually talk to me in chat. Why don't you contact me on here? I'm live on Facebook. How many ways can you go wrong? You know, you can ask me questions now. You have like 0 charisma. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't necessarily have much charisma. I'm more like a get it done person. Sort of. Yeah, okay, sort of. I'll give you that. Anyway. So. I really didn't do a lot today. I don't know why. I came home and I hit the mattress and I slept. It's almost like my body says, there's no reason to stay up. Just go back to bed. There's nothing more retarding and boring than talking about technical difficulties while flipping stream. We're not talking about technical difficulties, Pop. We're not talking about technical difficulties. It destroys the flow. Well, Peter, I'm just asking my audience to come up with something. To ask questions. And you're making statements. How about letting people ask questions? I'm sure that with all these streaming links that there must be someone out there in the universe of God be possibility that somebody's got questions. Hannah Steven dash 80340 says hello. And that's on you now. What's new with me? Nothing. I just trying to explain it. Where are you from? Okay, I'm from Winston, Connecticut, United States. Winston, Connecticut is a small town in the Litchfield Hills. See, I'm already starting to get some questions on you now. Sadly enough, because you now isn't on the Restream IO platform, you can't easily see the questions. So I have to read them to the people who may have missed them. So, I'm from Wisconsin. Greetings. You guys get a lot of snow up there yet? As I know that Montana got a lot of snow, and I did know that Wisconsin was supposed to be getting some. Oh, you didn't get any snow yet? Really? Yeah. I literally need coffee after watching You Are So Good at Being Boring. It's just like you never actually have a good topic. It's always bullshit. Well, when I originally came on here, the one topic I was going to cover was the people for Facebook Messenger. Please stop giving me a goddamn phone call constantly. Okay? Because I don't take phone calls on Facebook Messenger. And I installed the app so I can keep up with Brightside and their attorneys. And then immediately I did that, I got from people I don't even know. And I got so mad I took the app out of my phone again. Because I really do not like getting phone calls on Facebook Messenger. You can't even tell Facebook Messenger to shut the fuck up. It will not shut the fuck up. Literally. You can turn off in in the permissions, you can do everything you want in permissions to turn it off. It will not shut up at all. So what I might do, well, why don't you post some topics and start we can talk about? You certainly got time. You got time. I got the time. You got the beer. How about we start something? You bring up some topics to cover, and I'm sure my audience would love to hear about something that's not about Bulgaria. Talk with one audience of it. So basically, the point is, Pop, same to you. You know, you want to help contribute and bring questions up, we can answer, and maybe we can have a conversation about something. It's two-way street, you know. It's not just me. You guys have to come up, you know. If you're going to have a conversation, it takes two people. If you want to have a monologue, it only takes one. And if you want to have a monologue, it's going to be straight about, okay, that's a halfway decent topic. How to write a good book. Well, I've read several authors discuss that. Number one, obviously you have to write the plot. You have to design the characters, the antagonists and the protagonists. You need to write the end first, believe it or not. Because the end is going to be where your characters are going to lead their lives to for the finale. Then you begin with the next step by writing the beginning. You start to set up the story. If we take a look at, for example, Ballad of the Snow Teen, which I do have, I can show you that. Well, now let's go through that real quick here. You can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to click on that link. Well, why do I keep holding a graphic converter? Whatever. Okay, so let me go get the book here so we can see what I'm talking about. So if I go to Ballad of the Snow Teen, one of the places I wrote the intro, which is where I made a mistake. Let's see. Ballad of the Snow Teen, Blackberry. It's on the documents. I know what it is. My ebooks. I think it's still online. It's on the other computer. Oh, that's right. It's on the other computer. Alright, well, anyway, I don't have to show you that right now. But basically, the whole point is when you're writing a book, what you want to do is just, you got to make a map. It's just like, that is, you have to describe where the characters are going to go, what the characters are going to do, what the characters are going to be thinking. It's really important to have everything nailed down. But just be... Shut up. My hair happens to be the way I woke up from sleeping on the bed. So, just like anything, you want to write an outline because it helps you to create the map. That's going to help you determine how the story's going to flow. I understand it, but trying to can conceptualize it, but for me to try to explain it in words is kind of hard. No, they don't smell bad. It's not summer. And by the way, I have more than one undershirt that I can put underneath this mauve top or purple top. It's not the same. I'm doing fine, FC. Pop is whining right now. Pop is whining right now. I became a fan. Congratulations, Shania. Awesome. On you now. How you doing? On you now. I'm sorry that you now cannot see the other streams because unfortunately Restream.io and you now are not talking to each other because I don't know the reason behind that. FC, so anyway, how are you doing tonight? Let's put it this way. I'm doing okay. And just like trying to push a heavy object on wheels, once you start to get momentum, the conversation goes a bit faster. So it's not really much of a weight loss journey, honestly. It's about weight struggle. But by the way, my doctor said since your weight is not dropping significantly and your weight's not gaining, he thinks that part of the reason may be because of the soup kitchen's lunches, but also suspects that possibly it's because of my congenital liver disease condition. I'm wet. I'm well, thank you. Oh, I'm well, thank you. Okay, that's good to hear. FC Pop at the beginning of the show talked about he had a dream where he met his future self, and his future self told him to basically to seriously improve his life. And I tried to explain to him that when you have dreams like that, it's your spiritual self, possibly from another dimensional plane, telling you it's time to shape up. And I wanted to know what you think about that. Pop, you're starting to get annoying. More than usual. Take your medication, please. Really, please do. You gotta stop being so bitter. I'm sure your future self probably told you the same thing when you said he wasn't pleased about where you're going. So, what do we start say? Shania, awesome. On you now. Is there anything you would like to say hello or ask me about anything? That's the Shania, awesome. On you now. You're the only one there right now, as far as I know. Okay, I'm gonna type a message here. I can see you, and I want to say hello. Okay, alright. So I just sent the message to Shania. Alright, so no one of the My future self gave me a spiritual punch across the face, LOL. This look in his eyes was not a happy one. It's one of the scarier dreams I've had. Yep, I understand that. What do you think, FC? What do you think that means? Anything, FC? Close your eyes and pretend is watching. Ken Matt is watching. So we have got 4 watchers between the different networks. 5. You got the other network too, right? YouTube, there's 3 watchers. On Twitch, there's no watchers. Facebook, I have 2 watchers. So we're up to 6 watchers right now between all the different networks. You said I've been ignoring my younger self, or maybe I'm ignoring my future self. Maybe you're doing both. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I strongly encourage you to try to work on your education. Because that's going to be very important for your future. Oh, I think one can actually benefit by both. That can actually... Some people in the world that grow up too damn fast, and then deep down that they never have a chance to spiritually grow. But I certainly do think you should focus on your education, and I did tell you that. You need to focus on your education. Lefty Biker is watching. On you now. Well, you know, you asked for advice, I gave the advice I could give you, and if it doesn't work out for you, whatever reason, then, you know, that's life. I mean, I'm not... Well, I listen to younger Michelle a lot more than most people realize. Because it seems like the younger me can be more fun to the audience at large, but unfortunately it also makes me look pretty stupid in the long run if I don't keep a balance on it. Tony Garcia, 4026. 40026. Hail Mary, meet to you on the show today. You know, let's put it this way. How are your spiritual powers? Really, you shouldn't be angry at anybody. It sounds really like you're angry at yourself, but you're blaming everybody else for your anger. It's called deflecting. You're actually saying to yourself is, I'm not going to deal with the fact that I'm pissed at myself. So I'm going to blame everybody else for me being pissed about myself. It's not really a smart way to go, but hey, it's human. We don't want to accept if we have faults and flaws. But we have to accept we have faults and flaws. It's part of being human. But deep down, the future self would like to see you be somewhat more successful. So why don't you listen to your future self and do what your future self is trying to tell you? That's an omen. That means something. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. And you are a smart guy. You can be a great leader, a great communicator. But that's something that I've told you and you know deep down is true. You do have the ability to communicate with people. And all you have to do is just be willing to take, the opportunity to get a good education, potentially go to university, even if it isn't your first choice, but it would be better if you did have a degree, at least a bachelor's degree, maybe even a master's, maybe even a doctorate later on. In terms of spirit guides, I've been told that my future self and younger self will be my spirit guide. Okay. How you doing, Mido-PFX? How's it going? Trying to get as many people on you now to feel like they're at least welcome to be on the show. It is a new thing that they are introducing on the other side, where some people can have a future version of themselves as a spirit guide. Yeah, for some people that might be very practical. Yeah, some people might benefit from that. Nope, I've made a choice. I'm not interested in university. Please don't pressure me. It's not part of my path. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to pressure you. Does anybody on you now want to ask any questions? For the you now people, when you ask a question, I have to read it out loud so the people on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch can hear the question. So, let's put it this way: at the stage, my future self is my spirit guide, but when I get old, my younger self might be my spirit guide. Vera actually appointed the future self as my spirit guide. Okay. Can you confirm? I thought you said my powers are butt kiss. She seems to be saying to me is, why is he being rude to you today? Yes, he needs to do something with his future self to get him on the right track so that he can be what he's meant to be. Which would mean, obviously, that your future self, of course, knows your life chart, which you don't. And, which is a little bit unusual, but I will leave it at that. Because I'm not the kind of person who wants to start confrontation. At the say is that means that your future self obviously knows all the basic possibility of where you could be going and where you are going up to their age. FC says, channel your inner MJ Martin. What does MJ mean, FC? What does MJ mean? When you say channel your inner MJ, what does that mean exactly? Yeah, I know that. Mother God and Vera have both said the same thing to me. That you have been basically taking the long way around, doing the equivalent of the 5 to 6 year college degree course by going to the equivalent of the frat house and basically having fun. But when it comes to actually studying for your exams, well, you haven't been very motivated. MJ is no longer my spirit guide. It actually appointed my futures. Oh, okay, Michael Jackson. Okay, that's right. His spirit guide. I don't know, FC. It's just. He's been off for the last few days, and I'm growing concerned about it. I know this kid is smart and so intelligent in so many ways, but in the last few days he's been so I don't know how to describe his behavior, but it's not like Pop at all. I'm not at all happy with it. I'm growing very concerned. I mean, he looks up to me in some ways like an older sister, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But then, like an older sister, when I see what's been going on, I'm growing more and more concerned about his well-being. I just worry about you. Every night I think about you, Pop. Every night. Every night I ask myself, what the hell is going on with this kid? Every night I wake up shaking my head saying, I have no clue. Vera comes to me in the middle of the night and starts yelling at me in concern in Bulgarian, trying to tell me that she's really worried about you and that she wants you to try to focus on your career and your future. And then, starting like 2 days ago, next thing you know, you become this very bitter person that's very angry at everybody. That worries me. It's worrying Vera. It's worrying Mother Asna. It's worrying Father Yahweh. They're all asking the same question. But in the case of Mother Asna and Father Yahweh, they tell me is, Michele, you can't change his destiny. He's not going to be able to. You cannot change his destiny. You can only give him the map. But if he doesn't want to accept the map and basically wants to stumble around trying to wonder where his future is, there's nothing you can do about it. And it frustrates me. And it worries me a lot. You are growing with concern for Pop. All he does is troll you. If anything, you should be concerned for you. I am concerned for me, but not on the same reason. I have my own concerns. For example, my health is always a concern. I don't even know what's going to happen with my health. My doctor has tested everything in my biology from A to Z, and we cannot get the niacin up in the liver. The albumin is low. We can't seem to increase the albumin. It doesn't help anything. We've tried all kinds of medications and all kinds of lab results and all kinds of lab tests, and nothing's working. And on top of that is, like I said at the beginning, is my weight has not really increased. It hasn't really dropped either. It's like a homeostasis. It's just staying stuck at one place, and nobody in the medical community can give me a strict answer why. Yeah, writing a book would help you, Pop. If, like I said, you and I said that. Yes. Because society is not necessarily promoting a positive message. Pop, she can't do that. You have to do it. You have to make the effort to do this. Vera is not your slave. She is not your servant. You cannot ask a highly enlightened soul from the other side to do your homework. This is where you have to take charge. Yeah, I understand that. I do get that. Being abandoned didn't exactly motivate me. I don't have contact with most of my good friends, not to mention names you know who they are. Yes, I do. Hello, Ty MYRP. How are you doing today? I think I missed a few people on the you now, but I mean, I'm sorry that you're having a bad time at it, Pop. I really am. I mean, it's you got people that do care about you, even if they're not your blood family. Okay? There are people that care about you as people. I see myself almost as your big sister, honestly. And I'm really telling you, I don't want to see you do this to yourself and basically shortchange your future. Pop, they hurt everybody. You're not the only one about that, okay? You keep thinking it's only about you. Trust me. I've been hurt and bruised and abused and kicked and thrown and relationships and whatever. I am not out there and saying and doing the equivalent of crying in my alcoholic beverage of choice and going, woe is me, woe is me. That's not what I want to do. I want to try to focus on me and get my career back on track. And that's what I've been trying to do for the last 10 years. That's something that you can do too. You can do great things. But Pop, it hurts everybody. It's not just you. I mean, some of your friends have their own issues in their lives, and some have adapted and have moved on. I'm not even partying. You said something about friend houses. The truth is, I don't even get... Right, I understand that. Well, so do I. I'm not entirely a strict introvert. I'm an ambivert, technically. I do like having some friendships, and I do like going out and seeing some people. I do, enjoy that. But then because of my social phobias, I'm afraid, okay? But the thing is I'm willing to go out there and try. Hello, Bradley, 23 Young. Okay, how you doing? I try to do more by trying to get myself out of that doldrum and say, and this is where Lumi comes in and gives me basically some inspiration and says, let's do something, anything. Let's not sit around here. Let's go someplace. And a lot of times I say, sure, why not? Why don't you? This is your idea for a book. That means that you obviously need to come up with a story. Like you said you end up sitting around and you're bored and alone. You got the time to come up with a story. You got the time to think it through. You don't have to depend on other people to tell you. I mean, unless, unfortunately, and it's not uncommon, it really isn't, unless you're afraid that you're going to make a mistake. So what? It's a piece of paper, right? You write a book. If it doesn't work out, you rewrite it. You edit it out. You change the parts. You put the places in different ways to see if the book flows better. That's life. That's the way it is. You can achieve so much. And all you have to do is just take that chance. It's that shot in the dark. That person that says to Martin, hey, I'm going to try to write this book. Okay, so that doesn't flow. Well, fine. Let's rewrite it. Let's work on the chapters. Let's look on the characters. Let's work on the plot. That's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that. Looks like the things have really gone downhill for you. Who, Martin? Or me? No, my life has been pretty good, actually. But, how you doing, Chris John? _ 13887. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. You have much promise. And all you have to do is come to realize that you're a child of the divine Father and Mother God. And all you have to do is just be thankful that you are loved by the Godhead and the angels and the saints. Well, one of your friends is right here online. Why don't you ask him? Why don't you ask FC? He's right here. I got a hunch the answer that she's going to give you is the same answer I'd be getting from Vera, Asna, Father Yahweh, Michael Jackson, Philip, and all the other entities. You got a book idea, Pop. But you can't see the forest through the trees. You got a book idea right in front of you. I don't know. I mean, why don't you, maybe you should think about that. Maybe you can answer the question. Why would people your age think you're fake? Pop, you got a book idea right here. Asking, that could be a hell of a good title. Why do my age group people think I'm fake? There you go. Now I got a topic. It could even be a self-help book. It could be a self-help book. What about? Right. So, FC, could you help educate him on why his friends probably think him as presumptuous and pretentious and fake? There you go. And that's a hell of a good title. Why do people think I'm fake? By Martin Kama. How you doing, 51 POW Squadron 40S? On you now. 51 the POW Squadron 40S. He was transferred, actually, to somebody else that really needed him more than Pop. So that would work. FC says, Michelle, I don't have time nor the patience to deal with Pop. He is a troll and pretty much equivalent to poor scum. Yeah. Well, either way, still feel bad. Okay, just all I'm going to say about that. I don't know how you do an FC with yourself. Because sometimes you seem to have this sort of air of smugness to you that people don't really think you're talking a straight game. That's why. Sometimes you act pretentious, and people don't have a strong sense that you're being honest and genuine. Glad to hear that, FC. I haven't heard back from the attorney's legal team over at Brightside yet to get that blockage unblocked. I have contacted them, and they have not gotten back to me yet. I contacted the contactor on Facebook, and he says that he doesn't know when the attorneys are going to get back to me. Jesus was a troll too, according to Forever Consciousness. Guess I'm on the same path as the great Savior himself. Yeah, look what happened to Jesus in the end. He was crucified on a cross. Pop, I answered some of that. But the strange part I'll answer. Because you have a strange way of saying and doing things that is unconventional. It's not the way the mainstream world sees it acts with people. And so those people that see you are like, who is this eccentric person? Who is this person? Is he serious or is he playing a game? It's just the way it is. FC says, hopefully we'll see you walk on water soon. Otherwise, just turn water into wine for me at a minimum. Very good one. Maybe it's because I'm like Jesus. A lot of people doubted Jesus. Yeah, but in the end, though, remember the loaves and fishes, and he fed the multitudes, who already had saw him doing the great healings of the sick and the infirm, and cast out demons. And he developed a following of people because they found him fascinating. Now, I don't know if initially some of them thought he was just a showman or not. But remember, 13 of his most trusted, or 12 of his most trusted people became, well, actually, he was the 13th. That's the equivalent of a Christian coven. But he had 12 very close disciples that followed Jesus. And they really felt it was very important. Especially Peter. You know, hello, 420DR Glenn Dab. How are you doing today? It's 420DR Glenn Dab. So I guess it's 420 Dr. Glenn Dab. And he gives me a thumbs up. How are you doing? Well, congratulations. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. I always doubted my royalty. I am great. It is time for me to believe in my greatness. Well, congrats. I am well loved by many people, by the way. Except I don't toot my own horn. I just I need to stop being an atheist again. And God who lives in me, I have denied my greatness for too long. It's time for me to be great as I always meant to be. Make pop great again. Make pop great again. Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, for the people in you now, I'm sorry that Restream.io does not let you actually be part of the conversations on Restream.io chat. It's actually you now when they changed the setup that resulted in you not being able to interact directly with the chat comments on Restream.io. But that's why I have to read your comments and also read their comments separately. Martin says, people ask me who I have hurt the most in life. I realize it was me. I've hurt myself the most. I always forget how great and magical I was. Okay. Hello, Alexis Venezuela _25628. How are you doing? Pop says, I was meant to be one of the great ones. I'll be successful and obtain if I stay true to my path, I will obtain the wealth I deserve. Yes, I do agree with that. You're a smart kid. You can achieve much. Can you give me a good topic? Well, how about a generic self-help book? Something that people would like to buy. A book maybe to help the people to achieve their best. That is what would do a major seller. Even in the 21st century, self-help books are still very popular. Right. Well, like I said, people buy self-help books. Actually, fiction, aka fantasy. Because nonfiction would be books like historical historical textbooks, or like I said, self-help books. Self-help books are going to be the thing that's going to make How you doing, Chinma? Chinma. I'm you now. How you doing today? Well, I'll be writing a story about in settings that you know about. What are the characters? They have nothing to do with you specifically. How about talking about Canada? How about talking about even writing a book from a girl's perspective? A lot of male writers do that. You know, they'll sometimes write a book from a girl's perspective. For like a young adult fiction. Maybe you could talk about, as I said, like writing a book from a girl's perspective, but also maybe writing about a girl's perspective in the towns that you do know, or at least where you live. And if the book is well written, maybe something like Scholastic Books will take you up on the offer and publish it as a young adult fiction book. Might take a while to get kind of, but if you can do it, you can do it. She said, listen to what Michelle's telling you. She's trying to give you suggestions. And Michelle's idea is actually a pretty good one. If you can do that, if you could write a book, like you said, a fiction book, a young adult fiction book, and maybe you can get it published, like through one of the publishers that will take first-time writers, such as Scholastic Book Service, or maybe even pocketbooks. Not so much pocketbooks. Pocketbooks is a little more hard to get a publishing contract through, but you can do great things. Oh, you can write that? Yeah, you can write about that. Nothing wrong with that. But you should make sure that you have an understanding of North Korea so you can at least know the setting. She said that's not a bad idea, but how about this? Since no one really knows anything about Bulgaria, why don't you write about Bulgaria? The same situation with two lesbian women in Bulgaria at the time of the communist regime. And how, they had to cope with, everyday life in Bulgaria. At the time the communist dictator came into power. Living, say, in Sofia, or one of the other bigger cities, or maybe even living in the countryside. Right now we only get 2 people watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch right now. Bright Side says 3 brothers of the W. So Bright Side just put a new video out. Well, there you go. Alright, so Pop, you asked for ideas. Who said it has to be bad situation? Did you ever consider that maybe the way I was talking about something that would be a book that could be something positive, which would probably be very supportive of those in the left right now? There's nothing wrong with that. How you doing, Shay O'Connor? Okay. Anyone else want to ask any questions? Anybody on you now want to ask any questions? YouTube? Twitch? All right. You'll figure it out. I promise you that. Alright, guys, on the Facebook side of things, just want to recap real quick. Please don't call me on Facebook Messenger. I don't want to deal with phone calls. If you want to text at me, I will read your text but no phone calls. Okay. We have an official live show on this channel on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. UK time. And why don't you make a movie about Vera? You said you wanted to create a Facebook page for her. Why don't you? So what I'm going to do right now is two things. Number one, I still want to talk to the You Now group because I kind of ignored them for a while. I want to get to them, and I want to ask them some questions. Right now, it seems like Facebook and the YouTube and the other sources are being kind of silent right now. They're not talking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect from YouTube, Facebook right now, and focus on the You Now chat at this moment. And we have a live stream scheduled for the Saturday of this week at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. UK time. And of course, for these people on You Now, we will have you on somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it yet, but we will have you on somehow. So, for the YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, we're going to disconnect right now, and then for the other channel, I'm going to stay on You Now and talk to the You Now crowd for a little bit. Okay, guys? So, stand by You Now. Bye-bye, everybody else. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.